Here today for Festival of the Arts at Epcot to do some very exciting things. Come along for the ride. First stop is over here at Moderni. There's my child acting up. It's fine. So we're looking to see about this one. Give it a go. It's right over here by Test Track. So that's where we are. Okay, first one we have Modern. Huh. Over by Test Track, where they had like the donut stand at one of the festivals. They also had the French fry stand there. It always seems to be a really super long stand. They have a compressed watermelon tataki, a crab, scallops, and then a cake. So only some of that's for us. But this is the watermelon, compressed watermelon. It is vegan as labeled, and it is gluten-free as not labeled. So you know how that goes. But it looks like, I mean, it looks like I'm eating sushi. I'm eating a piece of fish. It's awesome. Ooh. It's pickled watermelon. That is so good. It is like light, crispy, refreshing, airy. Oh my God, it's wonderful. My little helper today heard me say pickled and then went, ugh, and ran away. So here, have a try. Go ahead. This is pickled watermelon rind, yuzu pearls, watermelon foam, and wasabi. What do you think? Right? Oh, dude. This one's so good. And it was like $4.50. I think it was one of the cheaper ones there. Just so you know, if you're going to get the pan-seared scallops there and they don't have any ready right away, there was like another line to go in for scallops. I mean, those people were like waiting. So anyways, just know, scallops, 2 lines, watermelon, 1 line. Keeper. So we took another few bites of that one with some of the wasabi on the side. Let me tell you something. That is not a, you know, some wasabi's like, yeah, okay, it adds a little bit and you kind of have to pile it on there. Like, this is not grocery store wasabi. This is wasabi. And not just, everything's all clear. Now, suddenly, I can see the light. It's so spicy. During Festival of the Arts, they've got this little cute hunt that you can do for all of the art. And let's go see what the prize is. Look how cute. You get these little Festival of the Arts, paint your own figurines. We have Figment, Minnie, Goofy, and Mickey. Oh my God, so cute. File this under secret things that we find. This is the refreshment port. It has a bunch of stuff that we cannot have, but it's right by Canada over here. And on the other side of me is where the Starbucks used to be. But there are some secret menu items here not on the sign. There's a refreshment port stand over by Canada, in between Canada, sort of where the Start of World Showcase is. And there is a couple things in the menu that we can't have, poutines, gnocchi poutines, that kind of stuff. A big cookie, so of course none of that is going to be gluten-free. But not on the festival menu, but secretly on the festival menu is, again, Hidden Dole Whip. So this is gluten-free and vegan. Oh, go down. Strawberry and lemon, so you can get individually or swirled. Ask for it without the cone. And then I have an extra cup because I split it between my kids to try and limit their sugar intake. Try. Oh, strawberry and lemon. You know, it's actually a little sweeter than other ones that I remember. Certainly sweeter than the pineapple one. Maybe that's that strawberry flavor, but it's almost it's like a Jolly Rancher. You're like beef bopping along eating a Jolly Rancher. Yeah, but this Dole Whip is good. I think there's might be another one somewhere around here. I would do that for sure. And heartbeat again. And then also over here are 2 drinks that we can get. So the first one in this non-martini glass is a blood orange Cosmo. It's potato vodka with blood orange, cranberry, and lime. Gluten-free, dairy-free, vegan. Oh. Oh my. I feel like you can see the review that's coming on this. Maybe it needs to be mixed. It's like tart, like blood orange, freshly squeezed. That's what it tastes like. But there is a super, super tartness to that. I think it might grow on me because it's not sweet. Like you would think that this drink might be sweet with all of that cranberry and the orange juice and all that, but it's not at all. It definitely has a tartness of it. So I wouldn't say, I mean, the word Cosmo makes me think it would be a bit more smooth. This is not as smooth as I would think. Moving on. This one is the blueberry, lemon, and lavender hard seltzer. Oh, that's funky. That one's a bit funky. I do get lavender in that. I don't know if I get lemon as much. That has got, I mean, that is outside the box seltzer. I think this is a good one. I would go with the seltzer over this. It's gonna give, it has a uniqueness to it. When do you ever see a lemon and lavender seltzer, right? It's all like the usual flavors that we have out there. But that's a winner. So this whole stand, you get yourself a Dole Whip, a couple of drinks, you know, continue on, see what else is here. Over at Gourmet Landscapes, which is the stand in Canada, so it's right next to where we were for Refreshment Port, they have a gluten-free and vegan dish that is beet tartare. There's so many birds flying around us right now, like the white crane birds, you know, but my daughter keeps calling them flamingos, and then she like screams at people when they say bird, and she goes, "It's a flamingo," which, I mean, we're just sort of, anyways. So, if you hear that in the background, sorry about that. But here it is. It's very windy, so I might lose my microgreens. Oh, there's my phone. It looks better than it did last year. So last year it was like thinly sliced beets that were just sort of laid there in a very sad manner. And now it looks more like tartare, so that's good. Looks like pepita seeds on top. They have some cheese on top and some cremini mushrooms. The cheese, since it's vegan, the brand that they usually use is Follow Your Heart. I can confirm that, but so here's like a nice bite of it. That looks pretty good.
So it's kind of like the icing.
So there are golden and red beets both in this. The cremini mushrooms, the vinaigrette that they use on top, the pita seeds, this works. This dish definitely works. I wish there was a little bit more of that Follow Your Heart of the cheese on top, but all the flavors I think are spectacular in this. Bud, you want to try some?
No thanks. Okay. Bye.
What do you think? Oh, we got a halfer. All right. It's not a thumbs down. This one, fun fact, his tooth is likely going to come out during this trip. Every time he eats something, it's like, you know, that loose tooth thing that just makes me feel like really icky inside. So we'll follow along with that adventure while we're doing this. But this was a great dish. The beet tartare, 2 thumbs up for me, half a thumb up from him. I don't know what kind of stars that equate to, but we're making our own sort of sliding scale right now. So it's a
good one. It's good. You should try
10 flamingo dish. You should try it. Also in Canada is the roasted bone marrow with pickled mushrooms, gluten-free, dairy-free when the bread is omitted, and the wild mushroom risotto, gluten-free as is. Okay, I've never had bone marrow, but it tasted like a gelatinous beef fat. The concept of what I was eating was really weird to think about to me, and I was not crazy about the consistency, so this is likely a pass for me in the future, but I'm always happy to try new things. The truffles were a smash hit in this dish, and if you're a fan of cheese, this one's for you. I throw out a word of caution, though. It's a one salty dish. So if you're having a day where you're really hoping to retain some water, 100% this is the way to go. Okay, popped over to Pastoral Palette, which is over the Germany stand that they have at the festival. And they have 3 dishes here. 2 of them are not modifiable to be gluten-free, like that's in the sauce, it's in the spices, whatever can happen. There is a wild boar cassoulet. I think that's how you say it, cassoulet. It has duck confit, ham hock, and wild boar sausage. So this one can be modifiable if you omit, there's breadcrumbs on top, so omit them, just let them out of the stand. It is also dairy-free, and there's a frozen rosé, which is gluten-free, dairy-free. And there is a Three Daughters Brewing Rosé Hard Cider, which used to be at a permanent American stand, and then they took it away. I don't know why they did that. It was lovely. So here we go. Gonna get our boar on. Oh, nuts. We didn't get a knife, so this is we're gonna see how this goes. Okay, so there's kind of like some beans and then the ham hock. We'll try some of that first. That tastes very, oh, that's good. I think I make something like it at home. Do you want my recipes? I'll give you my recipes. It's like a ragu, almost. It almost kind of tastes like a chili in a way, like a bean chili, but just not like a spicy chili. And with that ham hock in there, that's really nice. Kind of like a black-eyed penis. So here's the boar. Oh, I liked that. I think they're white beans.
Eddie, look at this.
I had wild boar once when I was a lot younger. 20 years younger, 25 years younger. Anyways, time flies. And it was, I remember it being gamey. I remember it being like, oh, this just has that gamey feeling. This does not have that. This wild boar is wonderfully done. It's very mild in taste as far as like a gamey meat might be. It's like a kicked up sausage in a way. It has a lot better flavors than just like a normal sausage would, or even that their brats have. You know, you're kind of comparing 2 different things, I know, but this is great. The edges are seared just perfectly. The inside is cooked well, where it's not super hard, but it's not like that. You know, sometimes you get the outer part is good, and then the inner part is but the inner part is good. They don't sear the inside either. It's just the outside, and then so the inside has that sausage feel to it, combined with that beans and the ham hock in there. What are the beans? Duck confit, ham hock, and wild boar sausage. Okay, so I don't know what the beans are, but I'm going to say they're white beans. They are white beans, and there is some kind of a tomato sauce in there that's almost like a chili. I love this dish. I would recommend this. This is at the Germany stand, and get yourself a rosé hard cider, and just thank your lucky stars that you're over at Epcot. The Vibrante and Vivito booth, aka Encanto booth, hits a home run. The Ajiaco soup is gluten-free as is, and gluten-free dairy-free when you omit the creme fraiche. The passion fruit mousse is gluten-free. Also, surprise, all 3 drinks are gluten-free dairy-free. Hooray! This soup is one of my favorites. It was flavorful, spiced well, and everything was cooked so perfectly. It was spicy enough to warm me on a Florida cold day. Also, it has corn! This is the refreshment Outpost, which is over in Africa. So they have a nice plant-based bratwurst, a couple of other things. I think there's a cider here. And, of course, one more secret item that's not on the big festival stand. So this is in between China and Germany is where you can find this. Also over in this area is apparently a spot where you can be at peace on top of a car to color. And then they have all the drums. Where's my other one back there? She's not crying. Isn't that amazing? And Mommy's gonna go get some stuff. It is so windy, and I'm at this little table next to the refreshment Outpost, which is in Africa between China and Germany. There's a lot of drums in the background because the natives, i.e. kids, are restless. There's a plant-based bratwurst here. It has spicy turmeric aioli and coffee, barbecue, jackfruit, and slaw. They had it here last year. If you remove the bun, then it is also gluten-free. But first, I'm going to eat this because it's going to melt. This is a swirl, a Dole Whip swirl. So it has pineapple and then salted caramel vanilla ice cream. So that one is not dairy-free. If you can get the pineapple, you can get the pineapple by itself, then it would be vegan and gluten-free. But obviously the salted caramel is not. So let's, oh my God. But I don't eat a lot of dairy. Holy shnikes. Oh my God. And with pineapple in there, you better step it. Ooh, I don't know if these kids are going to get any of this. Oh my Lanta, this is so good. All right, so this is going to become a show about me eating salted caramel ice cream. Oh God, get that. If you can eat dairy, what are you even wasting your time for? Get over there. Now, I don't know about you, but I love jackfruit when it's well done, and Disney in recent years has really like upped their game, upped their jackfruit game. This turmeric aioli, turmeric stains. Now you can see, look at, that's an unfortunate spot to get a stain, don't you think? Yeah, but I had it pressed up against me because I was carrying like 9 things at once in the camera, and so we are where we are. But my husband had to like wipe it off of me. Anyways, it was like a whole, I'd rather not do that again. But here it is. Okay, so this is, the jackfruit is so well done. I don't get a huge coffee flavor from it or a huge barbecue flavor, but it all like blends together really well. The slaw is not like a traditional like coleslaw. It's more carrots and peppers. There's some red onion in there too, but the jackfruit here, sometimes there's like a sting to jackfruit when you bite it. I don't personally think you need a bun for it because there's so much food around, and like that feels filling to me, and I want room for more. But wow. The brat is well done. The turmeric aioli, I heard somebody in line saying it was a mayo base, which it's not really a mayo base because it's a vegan dish. So there's no egg or anything in it, but it's creamy. It has that turmeric, a little bit of salt. The whole dish is not overly salted. It's perfect, just seasoned just right. I honestly think that this is probably better this year than it was last year. I don't know if they just like ramped it up a bit or what, but wow, that is so good. So I would get both of these items there. There is nothing to drink here. There's like a frozen Coca-Cola with some kind of liqueur in it. And the woman next to me in line got it, which bless her heart. This lady in line, she had 2 little kids, like little kids in a stroller, and she was by herself, and then she's going up to get them cookies and a drink for herself because go, mom, go. Oh, I don't know how she's doing it though. But anyways, this is a great dish. I'm going to try not to eat it all because I got more things that I want to try, but this is, so far, you guys, killer festival, killer. The Japan booth this year is Goshiki. It can get very, very crowded later in the day, so this is a good stop earlier. Also, it is an operating participant or third-party booth, so you will need to check the allergy binder to know what is gluten-free and safe.
Gluten-free items at this stand include the sushi donut without eel sauce, the mochi dessert, and the premium sake. All of them were absolutely delicious.
Oh, hello! Behind me is the Canada stand where they have popcorn, maple popcorn that's gluten and vegan, gluten-free and vegan. It's normally there all the time, but today, because it's cold, you see, I'm wearing all clothes, they have a Canadian hot toddy. Oh, fun! It's English breakfast tea with maple syrup and cinnamon stick and honey and then whiskey. Yeah, and it's not, you know, they know how to do it. So when you take the first sip, you're not like, you know how you do that? You know that thing? You don't have to do that with this one because it's the perfect temperature. You just get it and drink it right away and you don't have to wait for it. And let me tell you something. I'm going to finish this. I can't promise that I won't have more today because when the sun goes down, oh, my child's crying. I gotta go. Ugh.
At Deco Delights is a Boyd & Blair pre-mixed espresso martini. The company advised me that this drink is both gluten-free and vegan. It tasted like coffee in a plastic martini glass with 2 espresso beans. Can't be mad at that. Our final drink for the day is the Blue Spectrum from Pop Eats! This is basically a blue-colored champagne with boba balls. I enjoy the champagne and it tastes like champagne. Overall though, the drink gets a negative 10 points from me for the large volume the boba balls take up in the glass. I need more champagne. It does get 12 points for basically looking like a Star Wars drink, so on another completely made up scale, this drink earned 4 stars.
Thank you so much for following along today. This was really fun. For such a small, short festival, they really packed in a punch. I was not disappointed with the amount of stuff that they have here. So looking forward to the next festival, but also just looking forward to enjoy this one even more while it's around. If you need anything, that you have any ideas of other stuff that you want to do or find out about, just let me know. I'm open to them all. Thanks!